This week on JambarTV, we'll discuss the derailed train in East Palestine. Then we'll talk about Dating Sucks, the musical. Then we'll go over the men's basketball's continued success.
Hello and welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Caitlin McCarthy.
And I'm Guy Tepsick.
A week of fear and catastrophe has shook the Youngstown area. Roughly 20 minutes south of YSU, a train derailed and was forced to undergo a controlled release. For days, a haze and smell has left the valley in shock. Friday, February 3rd, roughly 9 p.m., a train carrying hazardous materials derailed in East Palestine. The Mahoning Valley and YSU community has been left shocked by the explosion. Burke Lizzie, a mechanical engineering major, lived only blocks away from where the accident unfolded and said it was terrifying. The entire city was evacuated within days, and by February 6th, a controlled release of the chemicals inside the train was underway. Fire and explosives Professor Jeffrey Everly said if every vehicle explosion releases its own dangerous toxins, but this case poses a serious threat to the population in air and water conditions.
This is an uncontrolled, large-scale emergency incident through no fault of the emergency responders. This is beyond the scope of virtually any emergency services organization to handle. So this off-gassing and the byproducts are the largest hazard, and they can be carried to other areas from the actual site of the event itself.
On Wednesday, February 8th, Ohio's governor announced residents could return back to East Palestine during a press conference. YSU offers emergency housing for students and staff potentially displaced by the evacuation. Nicole Kent-Strollo, Dean and Umberperson for the Office of Dean of Students, said that students can contact the office with any concerns or resources they may need.
On February 1st, Helen K. Lafferty took her place as YSU's new interim president from former president Jim Tressel. Lafferty said she is excited to get involved at the university.
So I'm really trying to immerse myself into all of the activities around. Universities are the greatest places to be because there's always something going on.
Before her time as interim president, Lafferty worked at Villanova University for 42 years in a variety of positions, including 16 years as vice president. John R. Jakubek, chair of the Board of Trustees, said Lafferty possesses qualities that will make her a good interim president.
Of all her experience in higher education, she's a very articulate individual. She can express herself well. She's very approachable.
Lafferty will be interim president until the YSU Board of Trustees enacts their national search for a president to fulfill the position.
The Ohio State Controlling Board recently approved $178,000 for the architectural design of the building envelope renovations project. The money is for the payment of an outside architect to design work, field work, and management.
We developed the project in-house. Essentially what we do is we have our own little architectural engineering firm within the university. If it's something maybe out of our expertise, we'll go hire somebody to do that, and that's the case here with the building envelope project.
The project will renovate building envelopes, which are the exteriors of buildings, like doors, windows, and brick walls. Beagley Center will be the main focus because of the corrosion caused by the inside pool's moisture.
There's a lot of deferred maintenance. Some of it is crucial that we do right away. This is one that we've been having on our radar for quite a while.
The whole project is over $2 million. The rest of the money is awaiting release by the controlling board. The project is expected to be finished by the end of 2023.
The Student Government Association is now accepting forms for declaration of candidacy. Students can run to be a representative for their college in the legislative body, a member of the academic senate, or president and executive vice president for the 2023-2024 academic year. SGA works closely with students and the YSU administration to enact changes around campus. To run for president and vice president, students must collect 150 signatures on a petition form. The declaration for candidacy and petition form must be submitted by 5 p.m. on February 16th to get your name on the ballot.
February is Black History Month, and this week, JambarTV is taking a look of some of the month's origins. The month was dedicated in 1976 and eventually recognized by Congress in 1986. But prior to the month's creation, the United States only celebrated Black History Week, and that goes as far back as 1926. YSU has held various celebrations over the decades, with one of the most notable in 1973, when the university welcomed civil rights activist and poet Maya Angelou to the campus. To take a look through this history and read more stories on Black History Month, you can visit Mogg Library's archives or pick up this week's edition of the Jambar to read more about Angelou's visit to campus.
With every new semester comes new parking passes. Sometimes students face delays in receiving their permits. Danny O'Connell, Director of Support Services, said there are a few reasons why students might experience delays.
Sometimes it's an issue with the U.S. Post Office, and sometimes it's an issue that the student put the wrong address in.
Outside of parking passes for students, daily passes are offered for $5. If students are experiencing issues with receiving their parking permits, contact YSU Parking Services or visit their office located in Smith Hall on the corner of 5th and Rayan Avenue.
Youngstown is returning to its sweets and candy roots with a new vintage candy shop. Sweet Memories Vintage Teas and Candy is having its Girard opening February 10th at 11 a.m., located on Trumbull Avenue in Girard. The local candy shop is partnered with brands that originated in the Mahoning area and Ohio, like Good Humor, Islay's, Condite, Dum Dums, and much more. Linda Barton, the store's owner, said Good Humor and their connection to Youngstown was an inspiration for her business.
In 2020, when I found out Good Humor ice cream was from Youngstown, I called Unilever in New York and I asked who was designing your novelty t-shirt line for your 100-year anniversary. They never had one. A lot of people don't know that Good Humor ice cream was founded in downtown Youngstown. They invented America's first ice cream truck, and ice cream on a stick was invented here.
Barton is also giving back a portion of earnings to Akron Children's Hospital.
I believe that in giving we receive, and I don't own Good Humor. The community supported Good Humor through their endeavors from concept to where they are now, which is a multi-billion-dollar company that's not here. And I just figured if I'm going to make a Good Humor shirt, it should go back to profits should go back to the community. So I picked Akron Children's Hospital.
Doors open at 11 a.m. and customers will be provided with free Good Humor ice cream, coffee tasting from Islay's, and freeze-dried candy.
The YSU Pep Band is gearing up for its annual Jam the Gym on February 11th and February 18th. The event is an opportunity for high school students to be part of a basketball game day experience. Director of Athletic Bands, Kate Ferguson, said there are many benefits to Jam the Gym.
Almost any university or college that you're going to go to has some opportunity for non-music majors to play their instruments. So I think it's important that they see that. I think it's important that they have that experience just to be, in the college atmosphere, university atmosphere. I also think that it's important for our students to have the opportunity to show off what they get to do. They love playing in pep band. I mean, they wouldn't be in pep band if they didn't love it.
Jam the Gym will begin in the morning with rehearsal and lunch. After a long day of learning music, the high school students will play alongside the pep band at a basketball game. There are no requirements to participate besides having an instrument. To register, head to the Jam the Gym website.
Beagley Center is currently renovating locker rooms and expanding the athletic training room. Jambar reporter Lindsay Lennard has more on the story.
Donations, grants, and fundraising efforts have allowed YSU Athletics to make improvements to the building. Athletic Director Ron Strollo said this will help the increased amount of student athletes.
We always had a need for an expanded space in Beagley as far as the training room goes. But it was clear when we added 150 student athletes that we needed more space.
With a donation from the Karandovich family, YSU is able to build a new athletic training room. Jen Timke said this will help student athletes maintain their health and provide preventative health care.
You're going to be in there more often. You're going to want to come in there and do your rehabs and your treatments or some of those preventative things that we're really working on, getting better at in the future.
The women's basketball locker room is currently under renovations as well. The room has already received new lockers, outfitted with personalized monitors and LED lights. Strollo said this was long overdue.
And then the women's basketball locker room, we had some renovations done. Looks beautiful.
Renovations will finish up late spring to early summer. Reporting for the Jambar, I'm Lindsay Lennard.
It's really been an extremely warm February, especially today. But will that continue this weekend? Sunday, how's the weather looking?
It's the second week into February, and we are finally seeing those temps rise. Temps are still chill, but at least they're above freezing. I have a more detailed report after the break.
The communication department is much more than media or delivering a speech. The YSU Communication Department offers programs in telecommunication, journalism, and communication studies. We inspire creativity. We encourage each student's passion. We explore new and advanced technologies that connect the human race. The communication programs at YSU ensure that every student is prepared and experienced for the outside workforce, for life after YSU. Join the Jambar and find your voice when you tell the next big story. Become a host of Rookery Radio and gain hands-on experience, or get involved with TV productions like Light the Wick, Penguin Rundown, and JambarTV. YSU's Communication Department is much more than a department, an education, or a degree. It's a home for passionate individuals, for students to find and pursue what they love.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa and I'm YN proud.
Try some exercise.
Wait, what? What's going on right now?
Yeah, man, exercise.
I don't know. I don't know if I should even be talking to you right now.
It's got lots of benefits.
Okay.
The benefits of exercise include increased levels of energy, higher quality of sleep, better muscle and bone strength, improved memory, and clearer skin.
Hello and welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Zonday Smith and this is your weekly weather forecast. Let's jump right into this weekend's forecast. Today, there's a 24% chance for rain and we'll see a 94% cloud coverage. The wind speeds will reach up to 20 miles per hour. Friday night, the conditions will remain the same. Saturday, the chance for rain drops to just 1% and we'll see a 65 cloud coverage throughout the day. Saturday night, those clouds will leave the valley and we won't see any rain. Sunday will be our sunniest day. We won't see any rain and the occasional cloud. Sunday night, those conditions won't change. Now, let's take a look at my 4-day forecast. Today, the high will reach 44, the drop to 23 degrees at night. Saturday will be our coldest day, with the high reaching 39 degrees. The low will be 23 degrees. Sunday, the high is 46 and the low will be 24. Monday will be our warmest day with the high reaching 50 and then dropping to 36 at night. That's it for this weekend's forecast, but you'll want to stick around because Zoe Beckadale will be in the studio with Student Life.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa and I'm Y and proud.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex and I'm Y and proud.
Thanks for sticking with us. I'm Zoe Bechtel. Let's jump right into this week's student life stories. If you're struggling with your studies or mental health issues, there's help on campus. YSU has departments that offer personal aid. The Research Center for Student Success offers one-on-one coaching, tutoring, and more peer study groups, and workshops are also organized. Student Counseling Services provides free short-term counseling and outreach programs for YSU students. Director of Counseling Services, Ann Jaronsky, said students face many stressful situations and they can help.
If we're talking about dealing with stresses, external stresses, work, school kinds of things, would be to tackle the problem head on. So I know often people want to put things off and that can exacerbate the problem.
For more information, go to the Research Center and Counseling Services website. The Bible Talks is an outreach college ministry that provides YSU students an opportunity to study the Bible. YSU students Ashley Thompson said she enjoys the organization because it has allowed her to make connections with other YSU students and further develop her faith.
It's really easy to make friends because everyone is so welcoming and friendly. And also just to develop your faith more. You get to learn with a lot of people. We are completely centered around the Word of God, so you grow in your Bible reading a lot too.
For more information about the Bible Talks, go to their Instagram. For Greek life, spring semester has a less formal recruiting process than the fall. Fraternity and sorority chapters are still recruiting students that may be interested. Greek life is much different than other student clubs and organizations on campus because it doesn't have a major related focus. Greek life focuses on socializing, network, leadership, and philanthropy. Caleb Queen, Greek life advisor, said each chapter has different philanthropic focuses.
Typically when it comes to organizational philanthropies, most organizations will have a national philanthropy. And typically that is what your organization on your collegiate level is going to raise money for.
For more information about recruitment and YSU Greek life, go to YSU's website. The Rust Belt Theater Company is putting on Dating Sucks, the musical. Creator and director Robert Denick Joki changes the musical every year to reflect the scene of modern dating. Joki said the show is put on with Valentine's Day in mind because of the amount of couples that break up after the holiday. The musical has been on every year since 2013, and this year they're taking stories from the audience to incorporate into the show.
One thing I always love about this show is before each production, we send someone out into the audience as we're getting ready, and we get live stories from people, and we write them down, and they get included in the show.
The musical will show February 17th and 18th, and again on February 24th and 25th at Club Switch. Call Rust Belt Theater Company for tickets. You'll want to stick around because Austin Caroline will be back with the latest YSU sports.
Something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University, and proud. You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State, and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex, and I'm why I'm proud.
Hello and welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Austin Caroline. The Youngstown State men's basketball team continued their homestand facing off against Wright State on February 2nd and Northern Kentucky on February 4th. Jambar reporter Cameron Nemi has more.
The YSU men's basketball team defeated Wright State here at the Beagley Center at the buzzer in triple overtime. The men also had a dominant performance against NKU, picking up their 4th straight victory for the Penguins.
Wright State came to town on February 2nd. The Penguins came out on top in a thrilling final of 91-89 because of Dwayne Cohill's buzzer beater layup with just 6 seconds remaining. Adrian Nelson and Malik Green both recorded double-doubles, and Cohill finished with 19 points. Adrian Nelson spoke after the game on the team's success in being in first place.
Our togetherness, our cohesiveness, just from the summer to now, I feel like it all started with just the transfer portal.
Northern Kentucky came to Youngstown. The Penguins dominated offensively and defensively, winning by a final of 74-56. Brandon Rush led the way with 18 points as Nelson recorded another double-double. YSU currently sits atop the Horizon League in first place with a conference record of 11-3. Head coach Jared Calhoun spoke after the game about the team's performance.
I don't think we played our best basketball the last couple games. I thought tonight was one of our best defensive performances, but I think if you're going to be an elite team, you got to be able to win in a lot of different ways, whether that's scoring, defense. We have a lot of different options, Dan.
The men will play 2 games on the road, traveling to Indiana to take on Purdue Fort Wayne on February 10th at 7 p.m. And then on February 12th, the Penguins will take on Cleveland State at 1 p.m. For more information, you can go to ysusports.com. Reporting for the Jambar, I'm Cameron Nemi.
The Youngstown State University women's basketball team dropped 2 straight games on the road, February 2nd to the 4th, against Purdue Fort Wayne and Cleveland State. The Penguins started out strong against Purdue Fort Wayne on February 2nd, but fell short 67-65. Despite a career high of 23 points from 6th-year Megan Callahan, the Penguins lost in the final seconds of the game. Despite the loss, senior Lily Ritz finished the day with 12 points and 12 rebounds, nabbing her 13th double-double of the season. With a quick turnaround, the Penguins traveled to Cleveland State University on February 4th. The Vikings pulled away in the third quarter, scoring 13 unanswered points and defeating the Penguins 81-48. With 2 straight losses, they fell to 16-7 overall and 10-4 in the Horizon League. With 4 games lined up at home inside the Beagley Center, senior Maddie Albach stated that losses don't define the team.
What shows our character is how we bounce back from these losses, and if we're going to dwell on it and not change up things we've talked about in practice, then we're going to have an average end to the season. But we know how good we are, and we know what we're capable of, so just being able to bounce back from this and get over the adversity.
The women's basketball team stayed at home, hosting Oakland inside the Beagley Center, starting a 4-game homestand. For more information on the game, check out ysusports.com. The women's basketball team is back in action February 11th against Detroit Mercy. You can listen to the game on 570 WKBN. The YSU women's bowling team bowled out to 7th place at the Prairie View A&M Invitational at the ITRC in Arlington, Texas, January 27th through the 29th. On day 1, the Penguins started strong by defeating the 2nd-ranked North Carolina A&T. Over 5 matches, the Penguins totaled 4,946 pins, averaging 197.8 pins a game, marking the 6th highest out of 12 teams. With an opportunity to place higher, head coach Doug Kuberski knew that the next few days would be challenging.
You kind of go in with an open mind and do the best you can to navigate that, and that was just kind of the game plan, be open-minded and not get, wedded to one strategy, and we did a pretty good job of that.
On day 2, junior Madison Marks led the way en route to a total of 4,959 pins over 5 matches. Penguins finished traditional matches 4-1, moving into 5th place. Heading into day 3, Marks was 2nd in the individual standing. She finished with a 6-game set of 1,322, claiming the tournament title and named Southland Bowler of the Month for January for the first time since 2019. Penguins are back in action February 17th through the 19th to compete in the 3-day Midwinter Invitational hosted by Arkansas State University. The YSU men and women's track and field team went to the Scarlet Knights Open hosted by Rutgers at the Armory in New York City on February 4th. Gwynns picked up 4 event wins in Rutgers. For the women, Janiyah Bowers picked up victories in the 60 and 200-meter dashes. For the men, Dominic Perry claimed the win in the shot put, and Dorian Shanu won the pole vault. Also on February 4th, Morgan Cole picked up a victory in the women's mile, and Keegan Barnett took home a 2nd-place finish in the 3,000-meter to lead the Penguins at the Judd Logan Light Giver Open. For a more detailed report and YSU's track and field schedule, go to ysusports.com. The men's tennis team played a doubleheader against St. Francis College Brooklyn and Duquesne University on February 3rd in a tight match. The Gwynns went 4-3 against the Terriers. Later that day, destroyed the Dukes in a 7-0 final score. On February 5th, the men's tennis team faced the United States Naval Academy. The Gwynns won against the Navy, going 6-1. The YSU women's tennis team played University of Pacific on February 3rd and took a tough loss of 5-2 against the Tigers. On February 4th, the Lady Gwynns went up against Weber State University, but fell short 6-1. For upcoming games and a more detailed report, go to ysusports.com. So that's all we have for you this week for sports. We're going to toss it right back to Zonday for the weather recap.
This weekend is going to feel warmer than usual, with plenty of sunshine and the occasional cloud.
That really does look like a warm weekend, but that's all the time that we have today, so stay safe, Penguins.
Support for JambarTV is provided in part by the YSU Foundation and the Jane F. Lamb Charitable Foundation. Thank you.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. you're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud